Good morning, folks. This morning, I wanted to go over a new script that I wrote, of course, with the help of ChatGPT. But I had noticed a question in the forum. Somebody wanted to know if they could email the active sheet. Could they put a button on their active sheet so that they could email a PDF? And I thought, well, yeah, you can do that easily with the script. But what if you wanted to be able to just have that the email address you wanted to use might change. So you want to be prompted for the email address. So that's what this script will do. So let's take a look at it. For instance, if I'm on this particular sheet, this is a sheet that has a script that indexes all the files, and I think I'll actually clean this up a little bit and go ahead and oops, Command Z, and I'm trying to grab that, lock that row. Okay, so this this is a script that I was working on earlier. This script gets the files and indexes all the files. But I've added this new script, and this script is going to, again, it's going to prompt you for an email address. First of all, it's going to get the active sheet. So again, it's going to work on the sheet that you're on. It's going to prompt you for an email address. That's going to, it's getting the response is the email address that you're looking for. And then it's going to create a PDF, going to create a PDF blob of the sheet that you're on, and it's going to email that PDF blob to that email address that you just put in. And well, let's see how it goes and works. So I've already set this up, but I don't have any way to run it yet. So let me go back to my sheet here. This is my email current sheet. I'm going to go ahead and copy that, double click. I'm going to copy that because I'm going to need the name of that script. Let me come over here to my sheet. This is a sheet, my script files. I've actually run this script and indexed all the files in this sheet. I can show you real quickly how that runs. If I do that, it's going to cancel. Go ahead and cancel that. And oops, now I got to go and get my folder ID. I had just done this a minute ago. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to index the files. It's going to prompt me for my folder ID. I'm going to put that in there, and then it's going to go ahead and very quickly give me all those files. Okay, got that back. But what we're doing now is emailing this. So what I want to do is, again, I got to come here and copy this. And what I want to do is on this sheet, I'm going to insert a drawing. A couple of ways we can do this. I'm going to insert a drawing and build a button. And it's going to be a button, just something small. It's just going to say email PDF copy. Okay, perfect. I might make this button a little smaller, do something like this. I might make that bold. I might decide I want my button to be green. Okay, perfect. I'm going to save and close. And now here's this button. It's basically, it can be anywhere on my sheet. But what I want to do now is attach. I'm going to click here, assign the script, and here I've got that script. And I'm going to say OK to that. Now what's going to happen, let's take a look at this script. It's going to prompt me for an email address, and it's going to turn this sheet into a PDF. Well, let's see what happens. So it prompts me for an email. I'll put in my email. And make sure I've spelled that right. There we go, walter@redtailfan.org. Okay, say OK to that. Script runs. Yep, it says it's emailed me a copy of this. Let's take a look and see what I get in my email. So I'll come back over to my email and maybe refresh real quick. Oh, there it is. I have an email from myself, PDF of script. And here it is, attaches a PDF with the sheet script files. And there it is. There's a PDF version of that page that I was on. Now, the nice thing for me about this, if I needed to send somebody a list of my files, here's a really quick way for me to go ahead and do that. I can open up any one of these from this sheet, and I can just mail this off to somebody. And of course, you may have a lot of other purposes to email a file to somebody, but you can see that worked great. I did it with the email PDF copy. Now I'd have to put this button on every page. And so maybe another way to do this would be to come back up here to my on open. And here's a little shortcut. If I do I'm on a Mac, so if I do an Option Shift down arrow, it duplicated the line I was on. And now I want to change this script to be email PDF. And I want to change the function it's going to call to that function that's on my clipboard. And now I'm going to save that. And now I need to run my on open menu again. I'll go ahead and do that. There we go. And if I come back to my sheet, notice now I have an email PDF function under here. So I could go two ways. I could use the button, or I could do this. But if I was on a different sheet, say I wanted to email myself a copy of my Redtail fan files, I could do that. Go ahead, email PDF. Again, it's going to prompt me for my email. I go ahead and do that, and runs. Now this is a little bit bigger file. You can see it's going to take a little bit longer to convert it to a PDF, and the script's running. And this, this has a lot more rows of data in it. What do we have? Yeah, okay, it took a while, 216 rows. Say okay to that. Let's come back and check my email. Here's Redtail Fan. Now here's a version of my Redtail Fan files, and as you can see, it's multiple pages long, but I could open up any one of those files directly from here. And there we go. So handy little feature. It's just a new script I've added to this particular file. How can you send emails of a sheet directly from the sheet and email it to whoever you want just by getting a prompt to put in the email?